a Christian, there's a different way to judge.
All right.
Because see, what happens is we become hypercritical of people.
Talk to us.
Now, let me give you an example. It's not y'all, it's my cousin now.
All right.
Okay.
They got a freezer full of 8-Ball, Milwaukee Best. They got all this stuff. They got all kinds. There's nothing wrong with alcohol. I'm painting a picture. I'm just gonna paint a picture. They got all kinds of gin, rum, whiskey, brandy, all this kind of stuff. They criticize somebody because they got a short skirt on.
Right. What'd you say?
She ain't no good. She did. She did. She ain't no. But everybody knows they throw a party every Saturday night. They got it going on. Got all kinds of folks on their property. But let somebody walk around with a short dress. Oh, I ain't seen that but a hoochie. Seen that?
Tell it something.
We as Christians, because folk don't look like us or act like us,
Sir, yes, sir.
we got a plank in our eye.
Yeah, right.
They got a couple tattoos.
Yeah.
Watch out now.
We didn't cuss folk out, we didn't kill folk in the spirit, we did all this stuff. Got a plank in our eye. They got a tattoo that says, I love my mama. They going to hell. They got a tattoo. They go.
Speak on it.
He says, but when we do this, we become hypocritical of the people. Don't we start condemning people that God has a second and third and fourth chance for?
Yes, sir.
But we as people start to condemn them immediately. And that's how come folks want to come to church. Well, I don't go to that church no more. Have you ever been to a church and they don't say anything, but how they look at you, you already know how they feel about you? You feel like you should not be there? We have already put that person in the casket and sent them to hell already. Just by how we look. And Jesus says, this should not be so. We should be able to look at folk and look beyond their circumstances. But he said, watch this though. Because we are hypercritical, he says, when you do that, be careful. Be careful. For whatever measure you use against them, I will use against you. Now, I used to take a really deep dive at this verse. I realized, man, I got some issues. And if God really want to take a deep dive on my issues and judge me like I judge other folk, y'all say ouch, because I want y'all. I showed y'all my show, but I'm really trying to get y'all to see y'all own show. I'm revealing my show, but I want y'all to see. Don't go like, oh, he's so bad. Look at big head. Ooh, hypocritical. Oh, I can't believe he said that in church. Hypocritical. Jesus says, as Christians, as we go through rehab, because y'all realize we're going through rehab, right? That we all, nobody has completed rehab yet? Right. You're going to complete rehab until the doctor says, well done? Until the doctor says, well done? We're all in rehab. So I don't care if you're a preacher, deacon, trustee, Sunday school, I don't care if you come to church one time a week. One time a month. Until the doctor says, well done. You know, I had to go to rehab for my wrist and in my shoulder. The first day of rehab, it's always a difficult rehab day. My arm had been in sling for 6.5 weeks, no moving. And so I had to go, and there was a teenager girl there who was recovering from, she had MCL and ACL surgery, but she was towards the end of her rehab. And so I'm trying to be all tough, like, you know, I'm a man. I'm trying to be tough. When that nurse went to pull my elbow down, I forgot religion for a half a second. I didn't say nothing, but my mind was saying some stuff, man. But the little girl, the teenager, I gotta be tough. He said, well, don't fight fighting, Mr. McKenna. I said, I ain't trying to fight you. It's rehab. It's rehab. It's rehab. I ain't trying to fight you. And she went to move that arm down. Boy, every bit of me didn't want to start crying. I was like, just tough it, just tough it. And then she said, I got to lift it upward. I said, can you give me a moment? Can you give me a moment? I just need a moment. Because the little girl was getting ready to walk out. I just need a moment. We need a moment. But the hardest step sometimes is the beginning. But rehab is intended for us to be better than we are today. So Jesus says, now he don't say don't judge, because later on in the passage, later on he says, don't cast stuff out to dogs, don't put people in pigs. So he called out them as what they are. So he's not saying that. He said, but you gotta hold to your rehab. And I will tell you my rehab story, not to let y'all laugh at me about my illness, about my soreness. But as I did what the doctors say do, and I continue to go back and listen to what they say, week after week. I go back and I start reading about how can I get better at this week after week. After I start to perform the task that they say do. Now, go home, get your rub band, do these things here, stretch. You don't go to a little bit every now and then, but as you do this, increase your activity. I that in order to be what we want to be with God, God says rehab has to take place in our life. And if we only rehab once a week, and you never go home and do this extra stuff, you'll never be where I need you to be. And where I need you to be is to be a light unto the world. Because there are a lot of people need to understand what rehab looks like. There's a lot of people who need to know what God is doing in the midst of our life, but if you're in the same condition that they are, even after your procedure, you ain't gonna never go to that doctor. That's why I tell you, well, yeah, I went to the doctor 2 years ago, and they still. Yeah, he a pretty good doctor. What did he fix? What procedure did you have? So I can make sure not to go to that doctor. Because I don't want to end up like you. Or if they're doing the same thing, well, you walk like I walk. You act like I act. So why do I want to go to your doctor? Jesus says that as we become the light, we can't just automatically pop up one day and be the light. Because here's the thing. We bring a whole lot of baggage. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. Our desires are not his desires. But aren't you glad that God is patient with our rehab? Unlike my physical therapist. She wasn't patient at all. Boy, give me that woman! But because she was so rough with it, because she did her job, it's still a little sore. Because I stopped rehabbing. But the point is, what Jesus is saying here, as he comes to this whole elegant speech about us being children of the light, children of the kingdom, what God is doing in the midst of our life, we said like, God, my trust is in you. I want you, God, you're able to do all these great things. God, you are this person. That's God-worthy. Now God tests us what we're doing man-worthy. What we're doing to our community. See, hypocritical deconstructs people. What God says, we have to have a judgment that builds people up. And so everything, you don't need a bat for everything. I think about this. Jesus says that we are trying to take the splinter out of our neighbor's eye. Well, we got a plank in our eye. Let's look at this picture as God is saying this. I think Jesus is smiling when he says it, because can you imagine If you physically had something in your eye, would you want the person working on your eye to be hindered by something in their eye?
Right now, come on.
If you run around and you pain in your eye, I always tell Joyce has to wear glasses sometimes. And she goes to my eye, baby, put your glasses on. I don't want you to be hindered because you're talking about my eye. I only got 2 eyes. But when you think about the delicacy that you have to deal with somebody's eyes, you want to be in a position that you can actually deal with their eyes. If you have a plank, let's say my eyes are messed up to the point I cannot get to your eyes. Now do y'all really want me to mess with your eyes? What you be saying? No, you take care of your problem first. I see your problem. My problem is small compared to your problem.
Right.
You got some big issues, man. You cannot deal with me on this point. Now watch this. In our physical lives, if we are always talking about people, always cutting people down, when a person needs our help in their life, will they go to us or they go to somebody out there in the world who has their idea about stuff? Because we've become hypocrites. Because we're supposed to be helping folk, and every time we get, child, she ain't nothing, he ain't nothing, they ain't nothing, they mama ain't nothing, their whole family ain't nothing, they out. I ain't telling you my problem. Because if you think they ain't nothing, and I tell you my problem, you're going to think I ain't nothing. And I can be all over myself and be something. Okay. He says this. This whole idea of being assistants to our brothers, and we need to put ourselves in position to help people. But see, if we're not rehabbing, I like this word God gave me this one, rehabbing our spiritual life, we can't help nobody.
Yeah.
If I never studied the Bible, can I really come preach to y'all? If I don't never study the Bible, if I don't spend some time with God, can I become godly to you? How can we be God to the world? Because the only God that some folk will see was the ones in you.
Yeah.
And if they're not seeing God in you because of your planks, that's in my imagination, somebody has a 4x4 literally in their eye. And walking around like they're the coolest person around. You know how some folk walk around and y'all don't say nothing and they zip or unzip?
Yeah.
So y'all just start laughing because I do it all the time. Tell that person got their zip or unzip, quit letting them walk around up. Anyway, but they thinking they look good. Tie all jacked up. Putting on unput, and they just all jacked up, and all y'all doing is like, Lord help. Jesus says that we gotta put ourselves in position that when the world is crooked, they know where to come. They might know you by name, but how you carry yourself, how you walk and how you talk. You know, you don't know me, but I see you, man. Can I have a moment to talk with you? Sure, let's just talk. They don't know you from Adam, but because they perceive something different.
That's right.
He says we can't walk around all jacked up and call ourselves Christians. We can't go around cussing folk out in the lunch line and then say, bless the Lord, oh my soul. We can't tell folk down and think we can build them up later. Can you come to our catfish boil? Man, you didn't cuss out all week long. They want to invite them to church. Well, the church you go to. Whatever you go home. I'm going to stay home. And find some on TV that has a religious title. Then go to your church. Jesus is talking about putting ourselves in position. To be who he called us to be. It's not about this whole judging thing or whatever. It's about discerning what's going on around us. Being the light. I keep talking about this light. You know, As I was using the example about rehabbing, this morning, just in my time with the Lord, he was saying that a successful rehab is encouraging to those who have to go to rehab.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But if it's not a successful rehab, it will cause folks not to want to even have the procedure done.
Right.
As a lady at work, Maureen Henry, our boss had a bad knee operation. It didn't go well because she didn't rehab the right way. She had the surgery and she tried to come back to work real fast and real hard, so she got setbacks.
Yeah.
So you know, when Marie Henry, she said, I have no surgery. Now she's walking around, both knees messed up, got to have 3 surgeries on her knees because the rehab of another person went bad and she didn't want to have the surgery. And we are supposed to be light to the world. We are supposed to be telling folks, it's not about joining this church, it's about joining the church. They can live in Fort Worth, you have an impression on life so they can join the church. They can live in Denton, the idea is to let them join the church. But we can be in such a condition around them